Hello, this is Mara Jade, and I'm coming to you with another video, and this one is for a gem of an article on the ever-credible site known as ScreenRant.com, entitled How Knives Out Responds to Star Wars The Last Jedi's Backlash. Let's dive into this stupidity, shall we? Knives Out serves as director Rian Johnson's follow-up to 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi. Johnson faced, and continues to face, immense backlash for his film that marked the 8th installment in the Skywalker saga. Okay, two things. Stop calling it the Skywalker saga. The Skywalker saga ended in episode 6. Secondly, the only reason this man at all continues to face any sort of backlash is because he continues to open his mouth and attack the fandom. That's why. We would walk away. But he keeps wanting to twist the knife into our backs, and whenever we retaliate, we're the toxic ones. Let's continue, shall we? Here's how the director used that Star Wars criticism to influence the social media commentary behind Knives Out. Okay, even before The Last Jedi event hit theaters, a small segment of internet trolls set out to review bomb Johnson's film. In what plane of existence are you living? Because it's not this reality. In no way are you living in this reality, because in 2017, that never happened. At all. It was actually probably most people's anticipated film for 2017. So, how do you live with yourself by blatantly lying in an article? Scratch that. That's a rhetorical question, because you can live with yourself, because you don't care if you're lying at all. You either don't care and have sold your soul to the mouse, or you're so delusional with your head up your ass that you don't see it as a lie because all you see is the truth in that black chasm of your behind. The hate-fueled campaign then leaked into the toxic corners of the fandom, resulting in outspoken individuals targeting the cast and crew of the film. Where's your proof? I want to see your proof. Because you guys keep wanting to bring up the so-called harassment towards Kelly Marie Tran, but she, in an op-ed piece, clearly stated the blame is on the media. Last I checked, ScreenRant, you're the media. Some fans were unhappy with aspects of The Last Jedi, which was understandable, but others went so far as fighting for Lucasfilm to wipe the title out of existence. If you're referring to the petition started on change.org, no one in his or her right mind gave them any credence. And I say that no one in his or her right mind because you have proven in 3 sentences you do not exist in this plane of reality. Alt-right trolls and the more obsessive haters of The Last Jedi made it a priority to harass Johnson and those who enjoyed the film, causing even more divisiveness among the fandom. If you knew anything about the fandom as it stands, if you knew anything about the fandom menace, you would know there are people that like The Last Jedi. There are people that like what Disney's doing. There are people that hate The Last Jedi and hate what Disney is doing. But we all agree we don't want politics or socio-political agendas in our movies. That's what we agree upon. That's why this movement started. Because you wanted to inject politics and agendas into films where we wanted to escape for 2 hours. Instead, you wanted to club us over the head for 2.5 hours with how bad we were as people. Oh. I hate the fact that I had to give this article a click, but since I'm reading it, you don't have to. Okay, he continues down here. Not only did Johnson direct Knives Out, he also wrote the modern whodunit. The film focuses on the death of a wealthy family patriarch, Harlan Thrombey, and how the entire family gets swept up into a murder mystery. While Detective Benoit Blanc tries to crack the case in a Hercule Poirot-like fashion, you do not deserve at all to be connected to Agatha Christie or Hercule Poirot in the same breath. Don't even bother. He learns that the entire Thrombey family is the definition of dysfunctional. Who cares? Among them is young Jacob Thrombey, an alt-right internet troll whose cousin describes as a Nazi. Could you come up with something a little bit more creative? alt-right troll. It's just, you're supposed to be a writer. Didn't you not take creative writing at all in school? Or did you get pushed through the pipeline because you're a whammon? Jacob, the youngest of the Thrombey family, has his eyes glued to his phone for the majority of the movies, except movies? I thought it was one movie. You freaking editors, can you not read? Except for when he's fighting with his relatives, like calling his cousin a liberal snowflake. There it is. There it is. You like to pigeonhole us and say, like, oh, that's what everyone calls people. No, it's not. Knives Out is full of social commentary, and this take on internet personas seems like a direct response to what Johnson experienced after The Last Jedi, though Johnson has cautioned people against interpreting it that way. Okay, if the past year and a half hadn't happened, if the attacks against the Star Wars fandom or other fandoms hadn't happened, we could possibly see this as a social commentary, because for decades, ever since the emergence of fandoms, trolls have existed to sow misery wherever they go. So it could be a social commentary, but trolls has lost its meaning now. Okay. Continues down here. Each member of the Thrombey family is meant to be archetypes of wealthy figures in modern day. Although their political views vary, they don't seem to have a grasp on society outside of their wealthy tax bracket. One of the ongoing gags of Knives Out is the family constantly getting Marta Cabrera's nationality wrong. So basically, you're making them racist. Characterizing Jacob as an internet troll seems like a direct connection to the social media users that attacked Johnson for his work on Star Wars, crossing the line from fair criticism to harassment, sexism, and racism. Okay, if you're bringing up racism and sexism with the criticism to Rian Johnson, I thought in your minds, you can't be racist or sexist towards white males. But if you're referring to killing Marie Tran, you have no proof. And even with the evidence clearly in front of you of her stating that it wasn't fans that drove her off of social media, you still go with that lie. Okay, Johnson has since denied that Jacob's character was meant as a response to the online mob that went after his last movie, explaining that the character was meant to represent the general states of social media in 2019 and how anyone could be target of trolls. Okay, and his quote goes in such: "It's anyone who's on the internet right now. It doesn't matter if you made a Star Wars movie or if you have a cooking YouTube channel or you collect books on the internet. Someone's going to be yelling at you on the internet. All of us have experienced this kind of gamified trolling. It's almost like a little byproduct of the social media system." And he's so erudite in his description right here. It's the poop that comes out of the social media system. Again, it's plugging into 2019 with this movie. It's the reality of our online lives. Let's put it up there on screen for everyone to see. Again, if the past year and a half hadn't happened, if you, Rian Johnson, had opened your big fat trap and called Star Wars fans man babies or racist or sexist or trolls or bots for not liking your film, then maybe we could see this. Because, like I said, trolls have existed for decades, ever since fandoms and pop culture came into existence. But now they've been pushed to the forefront and pandered to, while us, the non-trolls, have been pushed to the fringe and told our opinions don't matter. Though Jacob may not have specifically been intended as a parody of Star Wars The Last Jedi's more vicious haters, the creation of the character still serves as an inadvertent response to kind of social media trolls. Stop using that word! That Johnson has had to deal with. The fact that Knives Out is an original story with less baggage gives Johnson the opportunity to step away from those high expectations that come with major franchises. He found more freedom in his storytelling and didn't have to worry about meeting the expectations of millions of fans. The only freaking expectations that damn man had to meet was answering the stupid media or mystery boxes that J.J. Abrams set up in The Force Awakens. That's the only expectations he had, to continue the story from episode 7 to 8 to 9. It's a fucking trilogy. And to subvert expectations just because you wanted to stroke your little ego doesn't work. Not with a trilogy, not with a major franchise. You have to meet somewhat the expectations of fans, because we're going in with these build-ups in the first movie, and you're doing the second movie and completely backtracking, throwing everything out the window. So Guess what, Kara? He had to meet expectations. So that's the article from ScreenRant. Don't bother reading it. Don't bother giving them any clicks. I did because I'm bringing you this video and my little rant while I calm down and come up with another video to bring to you in the near future. This is Mara Jade. If you like this video, please like and comment and share if you wish, or leave a thumbs down because, as I said, that tells me I can do better and that helps give me constructive criticism. So until I decide what my next video is going to be, I will say this: don't go see episode 9 if you can help it. It's your choice. I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to see either Jumanji 3 or Cats. Release the Snyder Cut. Be safe. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll catch you all on the dark side. See ya.